For those people that are not watching us live, this is going to be kind of boring. For those people that are watching live, hopefully it's going to be a bit of fun. And what you see on the bench is not necessarily what I'm working on, but I did want to tease a couple of things. I'm just going to flash this up, 3D printed. Flash this up, 3D printed. But I'm going to tease that for now because it's not quite done. Okay, but what I do have is a box full of chainsaws. There are multiple chainsaws, and we'll be doing multiple teardowns tonight, I think. That is if I can stay awake. So, we're going to do a little bit of cleanup. And Brandon Viles is here. That's good. I see 4 people. Who's here? Oh, we're going to be using metal trays like crazy tonight, guys. So, I do actually want to finish this. This is a Chris Meyer. How's it going? This is a 394 that is for me, ultimately. Needs to be finished. I was waiting to prototype the air horn here, but I think we're going to leave the prototyping to a different saw, and I think what I'm going to do... Hey, Gavin. Welcome. And Chris. Welcome. 2 Chris's. So I think I'm going to leave the prototyping to a different saw, and I might put just a regular old 394 air horn on here. But this one's missing the metal pieces, which is a whole other topic. So let's see. What do I do first? I'm going to put this back where I found it, which is in a box. The thing is, I need to unbury myself here. I've got so much going on. I don't know what to do with myself. Probably should have used it better. Yeah, I have so much going on. I just... I don't know. It's too much to keep track of all this stuff, you know what I mean? I think one of the saws that I got here is going to be the ticket. You'll see in a minute. That's junk. Junk. May or may not be junk. Red Loctite. We got a lot going on tonight. Just going to tell that right off the bat. There's a lot going on tonight. Prototypes. Hey, Jesse. I'm teasing 394 parts. We're not there yet, though. There. That goes in there. Wait till you see what we got tonight. This is 288, I believe. Put that over there for the moment. So the 288 last night was disappointing. Or not last night, night before last. It was disappointing because the stupid coil broke on me. New to the saw building world. Well, welcome. if you're new to it, then the first thing to do is to tear one down. So you're in luck, because that's what I got tonight. And boy, do we have great examples. We have great examples to tear down tonight because they are like utterly trashed. Like utterly trashed. This is the perfect thing to tear down. So, oh, wait a minute. I just gotta go open the box, and I don't have room in this side of the basement to house the box, so I gotta open the box and bring you one by one here and see what we got. Oh yeah. Trash. So, this is the type of stuff that Dr. Matt likes. Well, they even put like the mouse nests and whatnot in here. This is great. Look at that. Oh yeah. Larry, this is your new saw right here. What do you think? Wow, that's rough, huh? Look at that. Sand and dirt and well, it looks like it was dragged through the mud, really. Who thinks I can get this running? We'll use the piston, no problem. Kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Okay. So I guess we'll start with the clutch cover. Flood victim. Yeah, probably. So this was cooked. Completely cooked saw before it was in a flood, and it certainly looked like, yeah, we're gonna have a good time with this. Really, this is gonna be fine. Let's look at this first and see what we can see. So let's imagine that this cover is completely shot, which I think that it is. But the brake flag, believe it or not, looks fine. So what we got to do is tear this down. Actually, let's see what's in here. This is like a little goodie bag, a little bonus. What did I give for that? Way too much. I don't remember. Whatever it was too much, you know? I bought it on eBay. But I ended up buying 4 saws total. It feels like dogs. Feels like dog. Yes. Who doesn't like dogs? Look at that. $3.94, $3.94. That looks like $2.88. So I'm going to go throw this with my $2.88 stuff. Yeah, it should have been free. I don't, you know, for sure not free. Little goodie bags. What can you imagine is in here? Oh. File that under stuff Matt likes. So flange bolts. I mean, best of luck buying these. You know, you're gonna pay a couple of, if you buy these from Husky, you're gonna be paying a lot. Ooh, $3.94 outer dog. They wouldn't have made it. Maybe an old $3.94 outer dog without the adapter. That chamber, isn't that good? I think that's $2.88. Probably a 288 outer. I don't know. I'll put that in my 288 stuff and we'll sort this out. Anyway. Yeah, so this is good. So far, this is good. Is it worth it? Probably not. But who's complaining? Not me. That chain brake is, oh, not that. Your chain brake is awesome. Straighten it. It works flawlessly, so much better than the plastic ones. Great. I'm glad you like it. I thought you were commenting on this one. All right. Let's get back to this. Sorry about the buffering. Are we good now? All my tools are kind of screwed up from the other day, so... Now I remember why I had this. Had a long M4 just yesterday for this reason. Pow. Good. Pretty sure I have a pile of those. I'd probably just throw that out. There. So these two halves, and then an M4 screw. Don't know how much else stuff on here to trust. The brake band. So let's. Wow. Okay. Yay. That is worth saving. These screws are worth saving. This whole thing's liable to go boing on me because the spring is still under tension. Of course, if it's all rusted all the heck, who knows? There's a pin here. Well, let's see if the spring actually has some springiness in it. Yeah. Careful, spring under tension. These often just jump out at you. This is all gooped up, so it probably won't, but... Alright. There's a pin right here. I gotta push out. Ideally, you do this with a pinch, not an Allen, but whatever. Might be easier to do it from this side. Yeah, now it's moving. Hey, Steve. Yeah, we're doing good. I was looking at you for a steel chainsaw parts or repair. I search under 4 parts, Brandon. Steel chainsaw 4 parts. Ha! There it goes. A pin. Save it. Should And it don't want to. It almost feels like there's tar in here holding this darn thing in. And it's stainless, so there's like no way to grab it. These just literally slide in here normally. Quite get it. Hey, Roadrunner showed up. Yeah, Chris, you'll find we got people from everywhere that come here. And the strangest thing is to watch me do this sort of stuff. Maybe it's because there we go. They dread doing it themselves. So, I think the brake band's okay. I don't know about the spring. I'm not so convinced about the spring. I'm going to toss that. But believe it or not, the brake band and this knee is probably fine. So is there anything else on here? Hey, Ed. Right, we get to watch Matt spend too much money on chainsaws. Overall, a great time, apparently, for somebody. I have not one, but two. This is just one of two. So we're going to do lots of fiddling tonight on this sort of stuff. Now you could definitely argue whether or not I have, based on the fact that I actually bought this, I have the mental capacity to do anything. Lots of arguments. Two for one? Not exactly, no. Yikes. So this cover I am most definitely not going to use, but the rest of it might be okay. Somebody robbed the coil, jerks. This is intact. Look at that. This is $15 just for this part. Yeah, this is shot. That's unfortunate. Ha. Pull the flywheel next. That's just what we're gonna do. Let me go give this a quick wash. Hang on, before I stick with the other parts. You're right, Craig. I'm going to need a tetanus shot after this. So unfortunately, this case half is pretty cooked because it's missing this part right here, which is for this lower bolt. That's kind of crappy, but not unexpected. Who thinks I'm going to pop this off easy? Where's my hammer? Not likely. But let the PB blaster sit on here for just a few minutes. I'm always astounded into how saws get into this type of condition. It always amazes me. How in the world did they let it get that far before somebody did something? You know what I mean? Timberzak, haven't seen you in a bit. Welcome. Boy, did I get lucky on that one. Loose. No way. Hey, the seals are still good. Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm going to go clean this. $12 people here. Is there anybody here that I didn't give a shout out to? Anybody that I missed? Don't want to miss anybody, you know? All right, I gotta get this Woodruff key off here. Just taps out. Do not lose it. The shame is not that this is busted, but this rubber is shot. Because those are not available anymore. But these screws are gold. Gold. Okay. Is there any positioning screw here? No. Haven't even gotten to see this side yet. Oh, there's a spider in here. That's good. Who said the tetanus shot? They were right. Mud daubers. I got mud wasps in here. Looks like a 288 tank vent. I guess. Some people regard these as toys. Some people don't, you know. To a lot of people, this is just another tool to do their job. That is the wrong screw to put in that spot, just so everybody knows. Anterior AV mount screw. Is there a washer on that? Don't think so. The tank should just come out. The tank might actually be okay, which would be really good. The Boom Team. Welcome. Something busted in there, so eventually we need to fix that. I'm going to put that in the sink too to get that cleaned up. Yeah, welcome. Boom team. We are taking apart a 394. Don't. No, is that really? That's okay. The AV mount there is okay. The other one is not the correct AV mount in that spot. Whatever. The case apart here. As rough as the PTO side is, I think the PTO side might be salvageable. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 'Ryan Lewis. Yeah, it is. Real pretty. Everybody's dream saw right here. Buried. Hang on. Saltwater find. I don't know. Certainly easy to imagine a saltwater find. Still can't get a hold of the head here.
Someone needs to get in the shower.
15 people watching. Can I get to the head? Let's see. Nope, still not. Brake cleaner in here to break this up. Adirondacks. 17. Haha, almost. We got 2 394s up today that I'm going to split here, hopefully. Living the dream. That's right. Oh. Almost, much closer. Torx and hammer, maybe. No, not in this case. But I like the enthusiasm. Okay. All right, here's what we do. Let's split it. All right, how am I going to do that? With the pistons in the way. I'm going to throw this in the bath. Hang on. PV Blaster apparently also kills animals. Or rather, critters in there. Gonna grab the circlip. Both sides. Oh, probably never find it. Oh, I see it. I wonder, can I tap this out? Sure doesn't look like it. Use the torch on the wrist pin. Ryan, I picked up 2 cents and ran the safeguard. Dumpster diving? No, eBay diving. Guess I'm gonna have to use the torch. think that thing's moving. Let's see. I guess I get the piston to straighten up. That's a start. Ah, and the crank moves. That's good. Something in there is indeed jammed. Let's see if we can rotate it. Try this way. Let's try the little arm here. Not tall enough. Need something taller. Getting something to move. See if we can turn the crank by hitting the lobe. Not getting anywhere. Not getting anywhere. Here, that's a little taller. Because I guess I could always section the silly piston. how to do this. Usually you can get the wrist pin out, but now, today, it ain't happening. Should we use the brute force method? Yeah, I know. I gotta split it. I know that, but I can't get it split because I can't get my splitter in there. What if I did this? This is actually working. Anybody seen this before? Might be a first period. Figure out some way to hold it back like that. Yeah, we're getting there, guys. Most definitely. What's this? Okay. It still won't come off the dang wrist pin. There isn't really a great way to leverage it either. Oh, I got it to move. It's moving. She's moving. Haha! Ta-da! Goodbye. Smack the crank. Yeah, I know. Crank bearings are certainly broke back in. No, it's not like pulling teeth. This is a different. It's a bit different. Nice to know why it's a doggone bound up. Thinking, guys. I'm thinking. Hang on. Hang on. It's rotating, just not lots. Two big screwdrivers here. Where are you going? Any other ideas, guys? I know. Let me pull the seals. Gremlins. Hang on. Pull the seals. Maybe that'll help. That's good enough to use in James's next saw. I have another idea. Just heat it up and smack it. Good. Who suggested that? One of you guys suggested that. Could. But where would the fun in that be? You know? Then I'm letting it win. Can't do that. Can't let it win. Here. Too big. There we go. Just a little bit of leverage. Seal pops right out. Pop. Yummy. Let's get a clutch and see if we can turn it. Guess it's gonna have to be by hand. I don't think that's going anywhere. But I guess I could apply some heat to it. What do you think? Heat to the bearing, see what happens? Guys being funny. Okay. Guess I could put some heat to the bearing, see what happens. Maybe if one bearing frees up, it'll make it easier to... Nope. All right. We'll do it the crappy way. Hang on. Yes, we're after the PTO side case out. I'm supposed to use a rubber mallet. I know. Hang on. Got that pretty stinking hot. Yeah, the clutch the flywheel side is done. The PTO clutch side is hopefully not done. Sure is cooking, but it ain't moving. Hang on. Ooh. With it that hot, I might be able to move the crank. Yep, that's moving. The junk in here is crazy. Almost have it. Oh, guys, we're in the money here. Alright, you son of a gun. See if we can withstand this. Drastic with the patience. I would have busted that flywheel for sure. Yummy. While this is hot, I'm going to try to tap out that silly bearing. Away. If that don't do it, I don't know what will. Yeah, we have a case half. Needs a coat of paint, but it'll be fine. 85 cents. Yes, I work for that half. No question, that was work. Okay. Now. The real challenge. This is hard. Okay. Junk, but before you toss it, positioning pins. One. Two. If you really got ambitious, you could send this to Sean Carr and he would do that. But it depends on how ambitious you get. I think I'm just going to jump. Okay. I'll be right back. You saw it. Larry's saw is right down here by my feet. I know, you guys think I'm crazy, but crank's going in a baggie. Soaked. How much are the alignment pins worth? I don't know. But, you know, every little part that you don't have to buy is another couple of bucks, usually. You go to e-replacement parts and figure out how much. What am I left with? A bill from eBay. Who knows? I'll tell you guys honestly what I'm left with. So we got 14 people here. We got 14 people listening. What am I left with? The answer is 14 people listening. And hanging out. And hopefully having a good time. And if it costs me a few bucks, fine. And if I make something out of it, fine. And if I don't, doesn't matter. Because, you know, we're hanging out here. And that's what's important, okay? Alright, this is not necessarily a how-to stream. This is how I do things. And a little bit of troubleshooting and all that fun stuff. Popcorn and soda. Is leaking a soda? Hang on a second. Silly me. Hang on. You're right, it's time. So yeah, just to show you guys how much I appreciate hanging out with you. If this cost me a few bucks, so what? You know what I mean? Everybody cool with that? I want everybody to know. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm having a good time here. You know, I think this is a kick. I thought it was a kick. I've had a great time hanging out. You know, I don't want it to end. If it has to, it has to. But for right this second, I'm having a good time. So we keep it going. Should we bring another saw out? Let's bring another saw out. Lest you think this is any better. I don't think so. But there are some things on here, yeah, that might make it redeemable. Who thinks this one's redeemable? You know, I need another garbage bag. So let me go get another garbage bag. Hang on. I'll be back. I gotta go upstairs. I know, toss the whole thing in the trash, right? Wrong. Where people see a pile of crap, I see potential. Just like the Red Green Show. Yep. And just like Red Green says, I just love power of any kind. I think there's actually quite a bit on here that's salvageable. The big question is the cylinder head. That's the big question. That's junk. This clutch cover may just need a little convincing to come back to life. Yeah, that probably just needs cleaned up. And a new flapper. And then you got it. Maybe a new dog. Not a dog. I think they took the dogs off here for some reason. This clutch looks like it could use some new springs. But this is actually more or less a complete saw. Let's get the handle off. Handle's okay. Not awesome, but it's okay. Put these screws back in here so I don't lose them. Gotta check for cracks, but who knows here, you know? Couple nice long ones here to hold this on. Air horn. Okay. Let's take apart the intake here. In order to do this, you really need a ball end Allen, because this one is kind of difficult to get to. Was it to mention the Torx? Oh, come on. There's no way that it's that tight. Ah. All right, well, fuel line can come off. Throttle line off. Just got to release everything here. Choke. Choke comes off. The intake is released, then I can lift the whole thing out, and then I can get to that screw later. It's kind of awful. Before I attempt to take the top end off, does this turn? Here, before we completely bugger everything. clutch off. Gonna need the impact for that. We always do that. Nice. Okay. That rim's pretty well shot. I'm not going to use that. Those 4 screws are $8, yeah. Hey, Ron. Yeah, another $3.94. Need that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Throw that back here for now. Whoa. That's the wrong screw there. And that's Torx. And that's stripped. So that doesn't matter. Well, I guess it does matter. Because I do want to salvage the bracket, if nothing else. Here's one product I do tend to like a lot. My speed outs, easy outs, whatever you want to call them. Stripped. Let's go. I guess I can get that later. Usually it works good. I know, go to the next size up. Okay. that's not happening. Never mind. Some other day. Yeah, we're good. We're wet here. Wet, wet, wet. Me personally, I wouldn't use the muffler, but maybe somebody would. Muffler bolts, not cheap. Yeah, the junk that's in there is just epic. One thing you do want to save on these is actually this little rubber thing. Comes off the top. Just money, you know? I'm going to just throw the whole thing out because I am. Alright. There's 3 of them I can get to, or at least I know I can get to. So 3/16, quarter 20s. No problem there. Can't even see it. Much gunk. Crap. There we go. Put an undersized Allen in and see if it goes. Just gets a lot of the junk out. Got it. Ha. Okay. Hey, Tim. This whole thing's loose. But it don't want to go. Very simply, the piston is locked in there somehow. Where'd you find eBay? Hang on, my kid's screaming. He's fine. All right, try turning the, right, so we can do that. Let's see if that turns out. So the rough answer is yes, it does turn. That's good. Yay! Still don't want to go, even though that moved. There it goes. Yuck. Have a good night, Ron. That's unreal, huh? Actually, it might be a good idea to put the cylinder head bolts back in temporarily. That way I can actually move the piston. How's that for a bad idea? We'll go that way. She's dirty. Oh yeah. Definitely something in there that's being a pain. I don't know if the top end's good. We'll find out in just a minute, hopefully, if I can get it off. It's like there's something in there that's acting like a piston stop. Only thing I can think of at this point is see if I can tap it from inside the plug hole, but I can wreck the plug hole if I do that. I don't understand how it won't. Oh, wait a minute. Another idea. Put a block between the head and the crank. Ah, so I can, yeah, I see what you're saying. Bring it up as high as I can. And then use the crank as leverage. Yes, that's a reasonable idea. Thank you. Let me first do this, because this is driving me nuts. There's no good reason for this to be this tight. Where's my... I'd call that a parts carburetor. Yes, insert block. Hang on. So if I hold it up and then effectively bring it down, will be a nifty skippy idea to do it with bolts. Idea. Alright, how do I insert block? I love the idea, I just don't know the execution here. Thinking, hang on. How about a couple of sockets? It would work, I need more leverage. Do it or die trying here. Yes. Not completely home, but darn close. That was the idea, Ryan. Worked for sure. What would have been really elegant, night Larry, would have been really elegant if you have spacers with quarter 20s and actually put them under the quarter 20s. But we're not caring about elegant right now, right? You know, who cares? is this not going? Still need to block it again. Here, let's turn it back up. Maybe I need a deep socket now. Yeah, you know, it's the dumbest things that people come up with, and they work. And but you know, you would not necessarily come up with it on your own. I come up with all kinds of crazy ideas, but not always at opportune times too. You know. Let's just see, maybe just one. Nope. It's mostly out. Still ain't budging. These are a tad longer. It hooked a ring here. That's what the problem was. Something hung on the exhaust. Believe it or not, I could probably get that run again. We'll put it aside, whatever. Okay. And it's way too late. Yeah. Time for the wrist pin. Yeah, that's no problem. Alright, I'm tired. I gotta call it a night. I gotta grab a couple of Motrin. That was a pain. Now this is just part of the grab here, you know. So Ryan, thanks for the ideas. Appreciate it. All right, so I think I'm going to call it a night on this. I have a 288 and a 372 in similar condition that I need to break down. So we will definitely do that, if at all possible, tomorrow night. And I will wish everybody a happy and safe evening. Please get some rest. And we'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Sorry I wasn't as talkative as I could have been tonight. This was sort of occupying my brain, but hopefully we can get the rest of this to go smoothly. Ryan, we appreciate you having you around. Thanks so much for subscribing, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Okay, take care, buddy. Have a good one, everybody.